welcome back and welcome to my first ever Get Ready With Me on this channel. I'm actually getting ready for a filming day. It's Sunday and I don't have anything to do today, and we have a really busy week next week and the week after, so I'm trying to just bulk film as much as I possibly can today. But anyway, okay, so let's get started. So I'm first going to start by taking my glasses off, obviously, and I'm sure that's going to help with the glare a lot. And I'm going to put my headband on to get my hair out of my way. And if you guys didn't already see from the title, this is going to be like a chit chat, very casual Get Ready With Me. I don't think I've ever really done this, even on my other channel, but I really enjoy watching them. I feel like they're nice, they're informative. You kind of just like can sit back with your coffee and just watch people talk and hang out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my Urban Decay B6. This is like a vitamin infused spray. And next I'm going to use this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I actually just recently got this and I've really been enjoying it, especially for summer. It's just nice and refreshing. Don't be wrong, I love my Benefit Professional Primer, but something about this is just nice and refreshing, and it's just like, oh, it feels super nice in the summer. Okay, and for foundation, I am going to be using my NARS Sheer Glow. I'm going to put it on my little makeshift palette. This is basically a Bath & Body Works candle top, a candle lid. This is what I use, and this is just from like the other day, by the way. It hasn't been on there forever, so it's not like super dirty. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of that. I'm like super low on this foundation. Oh no, I'm gonna have to start using some other ones. So basically, and my mirror's right here, so obviously if you see me looking down, that's why. And because without my glasses I am pretty blind, so I'm just gonna take my finger and put this guy all over my face. I really love this foundation. I actually have oily skin, and I find that this foundation holds up really well. It isn't too glowy, isn't too luminous. I still love me some like luminous glowing foundations even with my oily skin. So I love luminous glowing foundations, but if you have like really like severely oily skin, I feel like I have like moderately oily skin, but it does get up there. I would mix in like a little bit like maybe of a matte foundation with this, just a couple of drops to kind of even it out. But yeah, I'm using my beauty blender, just dabbing this in. This is my preferred method of applying foundation. It just goes on so flawlessly and evenly, and like you don't have to worry about different foundations like possibly giving you like brush strokes, brush marks. I feel like some foundations, if I use a brush, it'll kind of look like I brushed it on almost, and then I'd have to at the end go in with the beauty blender and kind of blend it out, and I figure why go through all that. I get to start off with the beauty blender, and it's so nice and cool. In order to get it like plump, if you've never used a beauty blender like this, basically you have to put it under water and get it to completely fill up with water, and then you squeeze it out and you like pat it on a paper towel so it gets super plump and soft, and it's just nice and cool. And then I'm gonna take whatever's left, and there goes my air conditioner off, so you can probably hear me better, but I'm gonna be freaking hot. It is hot. How hot is it where you guys live right now? I'm sure by the time I post this, it'll probably be like another week or two or so, and it'll be even hotter. But right now, I think today, like you can see my ears are hot just from, just from sitting here for like a couple of minutes. Well, I was setting up too, so I was moving around, I was setting my lights up. But I think right now, today, it's like 86, but with the heat index, it ends up being like 90. But it's only because it's about to rain, like tonight and tomorrow, and I think even the next day it's supposed to rain. But on the days that it's not raining, it's like in the 90s, and of course with the heat index it ends up being like 95. But last summer we actually got some insanely hot days. We got like 100, 103, and then with the heat index it was like 107, 110. It was bad. Okay, and as far as concealer, I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. This is the second lightest shade in their line, and it matches my skin tone perfectly. So I'm pretty much just going to do this just right under the eyes where I have the most darkness. I'm actually going to do a little bit of my eyelids too. And then I'm going to do it around my nose because I have really, really, really bad allergies, especially in the spring and summer. I'm going to put this around my nose, and if I have any blemishes or acne or anything like that, which I don't today, which is nice, and I just got it like on the side of it, that's why I always bring a napkin. But if I had any blemishes or acne, I would just go over that too, because this is the one that matches my skin tone perfectly. So I'm just going to pat that out. Then I'm going to go in with the Radiant Creamy Concealer in Light 1 Chantilly. This is the lightest shade they make, and it is lighter than my skin tone, so I'm going to use that for highlighting. And I'm going to use the triangle method underneath the eyes to highlight and bring some light to this area. Sort of a messy triangle, but hey, gets the job done. I'm going to take that down the bridge of my nose, take that on my chin, on my forehead, and also on my cupid's bow. And this is the places that you want to highlight and bring the light to. This would be like the places that generally, like if you were out in the sun, the light would hit anyway, so you want to kind of accentuate that. I am going to blend that in, again with my beauty blender. To set that highlight that we just did, I'm going to look for my brush. I have everything just kind of on here. Here it is. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia contour kit. This is the regular one, the very first one that they came out with, not the cream one. This is the regular powder one. I'm going to use this shade here in the middle, which is a dupe for like the Ben Nye banana powder, which all the beauty gurus rave about, and I have always actually wanted to try, but I've also heard a ton of people say that this is basically very, very close to it. So I mean, as long as I have this, and these are gonna last me like forever as it is, because you just put such a small amount. And I'm gonna pretty much set all of the areas with this yellow banana shaded powder that I put the lightest concealer on, because this will also kind of it'll set it and also will keep it highlighted, as opposed to if you just put like a regular powder over it, it's not really going to keep that same highlighted effect. So for the rest of my face, I am going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is just in the translucent shade. Here it is, I'll show it to you. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. The translucent shade, so it doesn't apply any extra coverage, and this stuff keeps you matte, like 100% matte. So if you want something to keep your like foundation and concealer super matte in the summer, use it. This is like an oily girl's best friend. And I'm using this big It Cosmetics brush. It's like the big powder brush. It's like the best brush out there. I bought this last year, I believe. I don't know if it was around some sort of special occasion holiday thing that I got, and it was really embarrassingly expensive, but I mean, this thing's gonna last me forever, and I'm never gonna find a powder brush that's better than this, so I figured it's worth it. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start contouring before I do any of my eyes. I usually kind of switch it up. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll usually do my eyes first, and sometimes I'll do like my bronzer and stuff first. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my contouring and stuff first. So I'm going back in with the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm using this shade here in the middle. It's more like a taupey shade, which is honestly the shade that you should be using for contouring. I've seen a lot of people who use like bronzy shades, and if it works for them, that's awesome. But I feel like this kind of more gray taupey shade actually works better specifically for contouring. It just really hollows out the cheeks. There's my cheekbone here. Just go underneath it. So I stop at right where it gets to my eye line right here, because you don't want to bring it too far towards your mouth, because then it'll look kind of muddy and it won't look natural. And the key to any contouring is that you really want it to look natural. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Stop, just make a line. And I don't do like too harsh of a contour. I don't know. Sometimes I think the camera picks up things differently than in real life. And then I'm going to just take a kind of a little line right here. And I feel like I have like a sort of normally shaped forehead. I know some people try to contour more because they want to cover up because they have a larger forehead, or they want to highlight more to bring their forehead up. I feel like I kind of have a normal sized forehead. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I do. It's like one of the things that I don't have to try to enhance or hide. My forehead's good. And then I take this underneath my jawbone just to kind of slim your, it's supposed to slim your face down, but yeah, now I'm not sure if it really actually does, but I do it just out of habit. And then I'm gonna take, did I bring that brush over here? I don't think I brought my my brush to do my nose. I'm just gonna do it just kind of a little bit with the sides of this brush. Pretty much just taking a little bit of, basically what was left on my brush. I just tapped it in very lightly. And it'll just kind of make your nose look straighter, which, let's get real, we all want our nose to look straight, especially me, because I have a hump that I've had pretty much my entire life. I don't remember ever getting like hit like as a kid, like or having my nose broken or anything like that. So it's definitely just a thing I was born with. And I'm taking, this is the Sigma Large Angle Contour F40, and I'm gonna blend out that contour. And you always want to blend your contour going up, so I'm pretty much just going like back and up because you want that line. You don't want it to like lower because then it's gonna bring your cheekbones down. You want like that, you know, that model cheekbone look. Now that I've done my contour, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to my eyebrows because that's just what I'm feeling like should be done right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm using the Anastasia. This is the, I don't know, this is not the Brow Wiz, is it? This is the Anastasia. It's just called the brow pencil, perfect brow pencil, but I only use the spoolie because I swear the spoolie on this brush, on this pencil is like the best spoolie ever. I've tried like, you know, like the Dollar Tree brand and the Walmart brand and Target brand. This one, invest in this spoolie because you can just clean it and you can pretty much keep it forever. Very, very specific brand and shade of brow products because us redheads are so discriminated against when it comes to brow products. These people think that Auburn is like the perfect shade for every redhead, but let's get real. Auburn is brown. Auburn is still brunette, and it's basically for people who have like brown hair but have like tints of red or hints of red in the sun. No, it's straight up brown. So what I use is the Vanity Mark. It's the Ultra Brow Pencil, and the shade is Gingerella, and it is specifically made for redheads. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brows. Pretty much just draw a line above and below my brows just to kind of mark out where I want them to be. And then the pencil I really use for like kind of the outer portion, and then I actually have the matching Gingerella powder that I use for the inner. And I just got my brows waxed like a week or 2 weeks ago, so they're actually looking somewhat they're actually looking, you know, somewhat well. Then I'm taking my Vanity Mark Gingerella brow powder, which I've had forever. This stuff lasts forever. And what brush is this? This is a Sigma Angled Brow E75. And I'm taking that and I'm doing like the front portion of my brows. I don't even know what it's called. But yeah, sort of like the bulky part of my brows in front. And then I'll also just run whatever's left on the brush through like the tail end of it, just to kind of shape them out. Now my eyebrows are filled in, I'm gonna go back in with my brow pencil and just kind of go through them, and it makes the powder and the pencil look more natural. I think she took off a little bit more hair from this eyebrow. Now that I'm like right up close, I'm starting to see that. I don't know if you guys can even notice it at all, but you know, when it's right in front of my face, I can clearly see that. So I'm going to, what am I trying to take? I'm trying to take my, this is my clear brow gel from Anastasia. And again, this is like the best clear brow gel. I've tried the cheaper stuff. Sometimes, you know what? You're just gonna have to pay a little bit extra for stuff that works. And I'm also, wait, I forgot that I'm gonna take, where is that? Alright, I'm just gonna take this brush. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I'm gonna take the middle shade here, which is, oh my gosh, which is falling everywhere, which is Incandescent Light. And I'm also just gonna kind of tap that right underneath my eyes, and it really brings a ton of just light and like radiance and glowiness under your eyes. I don't know if you guys can even see that, because with this light, everything looks freaking light and glowy. But okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my eyes, and I'm gonna use, this is the first Naked Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This is the first one, and I'm gonna take a Sigma Tapered Blending U40 for blind people, and I'm gonna take these two shades here, which is Naked 2 and Faint. So you can see them right here. And these I'm going to pop into my crease as my tissue flies everywhere. I'm going to pop these into my crease. My eyes are like the thing that I am just the least skilled at. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I just can't see well, you know, when I'm this, you know, I've got basically one eye closed, one eye squinted, I've got no glasses on, I can't see anything. But I'm just not good at eye makeup, which is weird because I've got so many freaking eye palettes and so many eyeshadows. It looks like, you know, I would be like amazing at eye makeup, but I'm just not good at eye makeup, and I embrace that because, you know what, there's always time to learn, There's always ways to learn, and I've been watching more and more tutorials trying to get better at it myself, but I don't know, I just prefer just the eyes to be just kind of simple and natural looking, and then you know, maybe just really do up my bronzer and my blush and my lips just to kind of make up for the fact that I suck at eyeshadow. Okay, so once I have those two colors in the crease, I'm gonna take pretty much the same taper blending brush, but this is just one that I've used more often, so it's kind of like the bristles are kind of pulled apart more. I don't know if you can see, but that one's kind of more tapered and this one's kind of more like just kind of, you know, everywhere. So I'm going to use this one to blend, and this is clean, by the way. I just cleaned all my makeup brushes last week. The only ones that really look like they need another cleaning are my this guy. So they're clean, I promise. I've only used them like twice since I've washed them. Alright, so I got that all good and blended in, and then I'm actually going to go in with a pigment. First I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus on a Sigma eye shading E55. I'm going to give that guy a little spray. And then I'm going to take, where's it at? This is actually a sample of MAC Pigment and Tan. It's a very, very pretty, like summery, bronzy color. Oops, I put way too much in there. That's enough for like 12 eyes. Alright, I don't know if you can see it from there, but you'll be able to see it in a second. Which side did I spray? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of that on there. I don't know if you can see it, but and I'm just going to put it right on the lid and the bottom. And it's such a pretty shade, especially for summer. I love like glowy, like tan bronze kind of goddess looks. I think they're just so pretty, and I wear them. I will wear them year round. I don't care, but especially in the summer, I get super into like bronzers and just bronzy, like tan shades, and this is just a perfect shade for summer. I hope it's showing up on camera, because just looking into the mirror right here, I just, oh my gosh, I'm like, holy crap, this shade is gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous. I don't know, can you guys see? Can you see that? It's like, woo! Yeah, I still have a bunch left, but this is definitely one of those shades that when I run out, I'm gonna buy like the full size pigment, even though I've got like a billion pigments. And also, by the way, if you guys would like me to do like a makeup collection and storage video, I mean, you can pretty much see, you know, my vanity back there, but as far as like going in depth, I actually said it this time. I have a really hard time pronouncing some words. I swear I lisp so bad with some words, but if you would like me to like do that and show you like everything in my makeup collection, go through everything. I wish I would have made a video for like every type of storage, like makeup storage that I've had over the years. I've changed it so many times, and now I'm finally at a place where I think I really like my storage. Of course, that may all change when we end up moving. I may end up actually having more room and saying, hey, you know, I've got more room to space stuff out instead of keep stuff so confined. So I'm going back in my Naked Basics palette. I'm using the lightest shade over here at the end, Venus. I'm going to use that right underneath my brow bone to really enhance that. I'm also going to use it in the inner corner of my eye. Because I'm wearing like a nice brown, kind of tan looking, it almost kind of has like a little bit of a rose gold tint. I'm going to use actually this eyeliner. This is MAC's in Costa Riche, and I'm going to, actually what I like to do is I like to take my beauty blender to kind of use to pull my eye down. I don't want to like smear my makeup, so I'm actually going to use my beauty blender to kind of pull my eye down. I don't know, it's just a trick I use. It's copyrighted, just kidding. And my eyes are so sensitive, they water like crazy, so I don't always use eyeliner, but when I do, I drop it. Ooh, my eyes are just not having it today. Okay, and for bronzer, I'm going to be using this bronzer that I bought recently, like within the past month or so, that I've really been loving. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer, and this is in Luminous Bronze Light. A lot of people have been saying that this bronzer shows up really orange on them. I don't know, it hasn't for me. I guess I'm just one of those lucky skin tones where it doesn't show up orange. But anyway, I'm going to take, this is the Real Techniques Big Powder Brush. I'm going to kind of swirl that in there. And then I'm going to start just going over my hair, the freaking hair. And I'm gonna start going over my cheeks, kind of right where my contour was, right over it. See, you guys, is that coming off orange at all for you? Because for me, it's coming off like perfect bronzy, like summer bronzy color. I don't see any orange at all. I've seen some orange bronzers, especially on people with light skin or light to medium skin. Ooh, I've seen some crazy orange bronzers, but this one to me is like perfect. I mean, can you not see how perfect that is? To me, this bronzer is just absolute perfection. And I'm gonna go back in with my powder brush, my cosmetics powder brush, and kind of do a little bit of blending over that to make sure it's not like crazy harsh or anything. So I don't know, but I think this bronzer is just phenomenal. Okay, and for blush, I'm actually going to be using two different blushes. I'm going to start off with NARS's Madly, which is the perfect shade. It is sold out everywhere. I actually recently got this within like the past month or so. I had to go to eBay, and I pretty much spent about twice as much as what it would be in retail. It was sold out everywhere. Sephora, the NARS website, Nordstrom, Macy's, like any of those kind of places that sell NARS or like high-end kind of makeup. So yeah, I eventually just had to go to eBay, and I think I paid like almost $50 for it, which I think these are like 20 something or something, maybe 26, I don't know, so it wasn't maybe that much more, but I had been seeing it in so many people's videos, and as you can see why, I was in love with it, so I just needed it in my collection. And let's be honest, this blush, you know, is gonna last me forever. Like that's the thing about makeup, is I don't wear it that often, so stuff lasts me forever, so it ends up being like very well worth, like, you know, like the price per wear. And the second blush I'm going to use this is the Sonia Kashuk blush that you can get at Target. This is Casablanca. And the reason I actually bought that NARS Madly blush, I think for the most part, is Casey Holmes had it, and she looked gorgeous in it. And the reason I got this blush is Samantha Sherman. She showed that blush, and I just fell in love with it. And this one, that was from Target, so it wasn't that, you know, that bad. But I like to really use this blush, that Casablanca blush. As you can see, it's super duper pigmented. These are white bristles, by the way. Now they're pink. I use a stippling brush because it's so pigmented, and so I will usually just pop that on the apples of my cheeks with another kind of bronzy blush before it, or if I just want to wear that alone, I'll do it all over, like for like a no makeup kind of makeup flush, like a nice little flush to your cheeks. As you can see, it is just ooh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, next up is going to be highlighter, and I'm going to use the Becca highlighter in Opal, which is like my holy grail Die Hard highlighter. It is gorgeous, and I'm using this, I don't think I told you what I was using. I don't know, this is a Real Techniques brush. This is, it says number 300. This is like their limited edition, like gold, rose gold, whatever. They were expensive, but they're gorgeous. So I'm taking this, and I'm gonna just pop that right on the cheekbones. I'm gonna use this little mirror because it's a little bit better, until your highlighter, as Jaclyn Hill would say, it is on fleek, even though I freaking hate that expression more than, I don't know, more than most things I hate, which is a lot. But yeah, on this occasion I'll surrender to the fleek. Highlighter is on fleek. I'm gonna take that also a little bit on my cupid's bow, just a very, very small amount down my nose. I'm gonna go back in with my trusty powder brush, blend a little bit more, just because you don't want anything to be super harsh. I mean, you're obviously gonna look like you're wearing makeup, but you don't want to look like you're a clown. And so I'm actually gonna use the I'm gonna put on the MAC Prep and Prime lip, just to get my lips ready for lip product. I don't know if my makeup is showing up like more harsh on camera. I feel like it does that, but whatever. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to curl my lashes. This is the Tarte eyelash curler. I don't know if there's a specific name, you know, that goes along with it, but it's just from Tarte. I got it for Christmas. It wasn't like a little set. It was this, and then like a, I think they're Lights Camera Flashes mascara, which I have like a bazillion copies of. Because I feel like every single Tarte set that you get, no matter what, has that mascara in it. So I have like so many samples of it. I have like 3 full sizes, I think. So And then I'm going to do it with the Benefit Roller Lash. I've really been liking this lately. I especially like this kind of brush. Really be able to get in there and get all those lashes. Ooh, and yeah, mascara is definitely one of those things that someone who wears glasses, it really takes some time. And as you can see, I'm basically on top of my mirror. So there's my mascara. I'm not gonna fool with it anymore because I feel like the more I fool with things, the more I end up screwing up stuff. And okay, and the very last thing I'm gonna do before I do my lips is I'm gonna put on my Urban Decay setting spray, and I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds before my mascara dries because sometimes I feel like I rush to put on my setting spray, and then I close my eyes and my mascara gets like all down here and I have to do my concealer over again. Does anybody else do that? Because I do that all the time. So I'm going to wait a few seconds. So what's up with you guys? How's your life? How are things going? I hope things are going well for you guys. Alright, that's been long enough. So I'm gonna spray my face with my setting spray. I'm gonna try to spray it towards my air conditioner so it doesn't like miss my face. There, my air conditioner basically is just going to make me drop things. It's just basically gonna make it dry for me a lot faster. And then as far as I'm gonna do my lips, but I do not need my glasses off to do my lips. So now I can see. Hello guys, I can see you now. How are you? All right. So for my lips, I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any like foundation or makeup on it. Yeah, and that actually came out pretty nice today. I'm actually seeing my makeup. I think I did a pretty good job. So I'm gonna go in. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 03 Nude. This is like the only liner that I can find that matches this liquid lipstick that I'm gonna put on. So gonna just line my lips really quickly, and I can't talk during this, so. Okay, and then I'm gonna fill these guys in. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the infamous Lime Crime Velveteen and Cashmere. And yes, I'm aware of all the shitstorm with Lime Crime, and I'm basically appalled, and I think that the owner should not own any kind of business ever. And I feel so bad for everybody who was like taken advantage of and had their like credit card stolen and like their account stolen, had their identity stolen, had credit cards opened in their name, and basically lost like the ability to get like student loans for school. I think that is absolutely just disgusting, and I'm not gonna be buying from them ever again. I've already had this, so anyway. So this is the lipstick, and yeah, I'm really in on like the gray kind of pretty much looking dead kind of lip products lately, and this one is basically it's basically if you want to have the gray lips, you need to get this, which I'm not advocating buying it. I actually have two that are kind of similar to this cashmere that I'm going to be doing like a dupe video on. If you'd like to see that, let me know. Either way, I'm going to film it because I think it was helpful when I was looking for this shade, and I didn't want to buy from Lime Crime anymore. It was actually another shade I was looking for also that I didn't want to buy from Lime Crime, but I was able to find some dupes for it. So I'm going to do that in case you guys are interested. And yeah, so this is the finished makeup look. I'm going to show you the finished makeup look. You guys enjoyed watching me get ready, put on my makeup for today. Yes, I'm going to be filming several videos today, so if you see this makeup look in about 4 or 5 more videos, yeah, it's because I don't have time to really like film for the rest of the week. I have to kind of bulk film today, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoy these kind of videos, like just kind of chit-chatty, casual, not really have any music or not really have a whole lot of editing, and just kind of me sitting down talking to you guys, showing you all the products I'm using and letting you know the specific colors and everything, let me know and I will do more of these for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.